Shamras Technologies Incorporated, the country's top biodiesel, resins, and oleochemicals producer, has announced that its board has approved 198 million pesos in cash dividends, 25% higher than last year's 158.6 million pesos. Shamras's board declared a regular cash dividend of 0.06 per share and a special cash dividend of 0.09 per share. The total dividend of 0.15 per share is equivalent to 39% of the company's net income of 509 million pesos last year. Vice President Judge Omar Binay is still the country's most trusted top government official. A Pulse Asia survey reveals that both Binay's approval and trust ratings remain unchanged at 83% and 81% respectively, the same percentages he obtained in March last year or this year. These figures are still higher compared to that of President Aquino, who received a lower 71% grade in both trust and approval ratings during the survey period. Binay's lead over Aquino cuts across all geographic areas and socio-economic classes, with respondents from Mindanao and the poorest class E giving the Vice President the highest marks. The reinvestigation of the Department of Justice into the Dacer murders may include 2 to 3 new suspects never before investigated for the November 2001 killings. This was bared by Justice Secretary Laila de Lima after meeting government prosecutors handling the case against Michael Ray Aquino before a Manila trial court. De Lima refused to give further details on the identities of these suspects and whether they may be linked to the so-called Operation Delta or the PAOK-TF to liquidate publicist Salvador Bobby Dacer or part of a different motive. This person or persons whom De Lima refused to name for now is reportedly in the United States. Two improvised explosive devices were intercepted by members of the 6th Infantry Division of the Philippine Army on today in Sultan Kudarat. The two IEDs, one with 60mm and one with 81mm mortar shell, were immediately defused by soldiers at a checkpoint along a national highway at Barangay Dukay in Esperanza, Sultan Kudarat. According to 6ID spokesperson Colonel Prudencio Asto, many lives were spared by the interception since the IEDs were found during daytime. Catholic youth leaders has expressed their opposition to the controversial divorce bill, saying it will undermine the sanctity of marriage. According to a news article on the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines, diocesan Catholic youth coordinators fear the bill will erode the family-centered Filipino culture. Jonathan Luciano, regional youth representative of Central Luzon, says the bill gives way to a mentality that we can now choose anybody to wed, since if it will not work out, people can easily divorce their partner. Still on headlines, 10 leftist rebels surrendered to the military in the restive southern Philippines. Lieutenant Colonel Adolfo Espuelas, a military ground commander, says the guerrillas operated in Galan Town in Sarangani province. The NPA has been waging a guerrilla campaign in the countryside for more than 4 decades. The Philippine military estimates that there are more than 4,700 NPA guerrilla fighters scattered in more than 60 provinces throughout the country. Let's take a look at what's happening in provincial news.
Here's your latest provincial news update on DZRJ810 AM, the voice of the Philippines.
Police has arrested at least 28 persons, including a 17-year-old girl, in Calabarzon during a raid on a cybersex den in Imus, Cavite. Police Superintendent Randy Peralta, Regional Special Operation Group Chief, says charges of violation of the Anti-Child Pornography Act of 2008 were filed against the computer shop's owner, Richard Freira Tagala. He said police also seized computers containing photos and videos of nude girls and sex paraphernalia. At least 130,000 board feet of illegally sawn lumber have been confiscated in Isabela despite the nationwide ban on illegal logging. The Department of Environment and Natural Resources, or DNR, says these illegal logs were seized or intercepted in series of operations conducted throughout the Cagayan Valley. DNR record shows that Isabela registered the highest volume of illegal logs seized, followed by Quirino, Nueva Vizcaya, and Cagayan.